I just made a cabbage casserole, and honey, it'll knock your socks off. You know, before we go make this, Nanny Shell's got to taste it. This is so good. All right, let's get started with this little yummy recipe. This is our cabbage casserole, and I I chopped it up, probably about a medium cabbage. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour some butter on top of that cabbage. Then to that, we're gonna put us a whole onion. Now, if you don't like onions, honey, just chop them up real little, and as it cooks, you won't even know they're in there, but you really need that onion on this. But if you're just set against the onion, just leave it off. But it will be good on this. You're just gonna spread this all on top right here. This is another little recipe that's just real simple and a yummy side. I try to come up with some, easy recipes that people can do that live a busy life, because most little families have busy lives, running kids to ball or dance or just different things like that. And these days, most parents, both of them work, so they need something quick and easy to feed the family with. All right, let's set this aside, and we're gonna get started on the yummy sauce that goes on the top. Let me put this over here. Change things up a little bit. All right, to that, I'm gonna add in this a whole can of cream of chicken soup. Then we're gonna add us 3/4 cups of mayonnaise. Then we're gonna add us about, I'd say, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and of course, I've got to have my smoked paprika. Then I'm gonna add me about a teaspoon of that smoked paprika. Then we're just gonna mix this all up, combine all them yummy ingredients. And I know, if you have never tried this, honey, it is delicious, and it will blow your mind of how good it is. We got this all mixed up, and we're gonna get our cabbage back over here so that we can put that on top. Now I am gonna add a little bit of salt to this. Let me run get my salt. All right, I got my salt. We're just gonna sort of pour some of that on in there as everything melts in that salt to get all in there really good. Then a little bit of pepper. And then, of course, we're gonna add us a little bit of spice to it. Slap your mama. You just season that to your likings, because some people don't like, a little bit of spicy stuff, but this little bit, it won't be too spicy. All right, now our next little step, we're gonna pour this little sauce that we mixed up on top of this. And honey, when this all cooks, ooh, it is so yummy. I cooked this one day on a Sunday afternoon and had all my kids over here, and had this young little girl that used to live here for a short little while she was in transition of moving. And I made this, and they kept wanting to know what this was, and I told them, and they were all real reluctant to eat this. Even if you like cabbage, it makes you think, now is that gonna be good? But I promise you, this is yummy. And when you bake this all together, you almost think it's got cheese in it, but it don't have no cheese. Now we just want to make sure we got this all covered up with this. Let me get all that off. We want all that yummy sauce on this. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to preheat our oven to 350, and we're going to cook this about 40 to 45 minutes. But now, like I always tell you, it's to your ovens how hot it gets. So, you just check it. But honey, there really ain't much to cook in this except the cabbage and the onions. So we're going to cook it on 350 for about 45 minutes. All right, let's get it in the oven. Okay, honey, it's hot out of the oven, so let's go make this and share it with some friends and family and make some sweet memories. And honey, always remember to smile, because God sure loves you, and baby, He's got this no matter what.